Mr. Chair, this is the fourth time I asked Mr. Seles this question. And every time I asked him this question, ang laki ng introduction, wala pa rin yung sagot. Pwede po ba this time, pag pinagbigyan natin siya magsalita, sabihin niya na po yung pangalan?
Kasi kung mag-introduction lang kayo, tapos i-cite nyo na naman, dinisalaw ko na. Sinasabi ko na hindi namin kayang tanggapin yung SOTO law for this particular issues. And we provided the basis for that too. Sa mga biligkas yung provision, doon ko mismo hinugot ko yung argumento namin. Ngayon, kung hindi ko yung sasagot, we will not allow you anymore. Kasi nagre-request si Congressman Suarez ng kasagutan, pangalan ang kailangan niya.
Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Magbibigay ba kayo mo ng pangalan o hindi?
may I request that I be allowed to confer with my legal counsel, please?
Oh, they're right beside you. They can confirm.
May I request for at least
Yes.
a 1-minute conference with them?
Please.
Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Session
may I
resumes.
once again, please?
Okay, please proceed.
In our constitutional democracy, only the courts can interpret the laws, not Congress.
Okay.
So I will not answer that question because I believe Congress does not have the right to interpret laws.
Okay.
It is with Congress to pass laws, but not to interpret laws.
Salamat po.
I take back my statements previously.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, the Honorable Toby Chanco is recognized.
Mr. Chair, in the sense of fairness, since we really want to know the source, para malaman natin kung ano talaga yung pinagkakalat nito, would we allow Mr. Seles, Ka Erick, to reveal the source in executive session? Would the chair allow?
Yes, Ka Erick. It's an executive session. An option for you. It's an executive session, an option for you. There's a suggestion by the Honorable Toby Chanco of Navotas na kung ayaw niyo po sabihin sa harap ng camera at sa publiko, okay lang ba, executive session? We will call for executive session now. Para lahat po ng options ay binigay na po namin sa inyo. Ka Erick.
That would be very dangerous for other media practitioners present here because it will create a very dangerous and negative precedence on the protection of source provided by law. I will refuse still.
Salamat po.
Mr.
Salamat
Chair,
po tayo. The Honorable Toby Chanco is still recognized for a follow-up question.
No, I just wanted to manifest that the reason that we're suggesting an executive session is to show na tayo naman, hindi naman tayo na binibigyan natin siya ng pagkakataon na i-reveal. Kung talagang gusto niya pangalagaan, at least in executive session. But it seems ayaw niya pa rin po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, it is very clear that Mr. Seles does not want to answer the question to reveal the source, whether in this inquiry or in executive session. So therefore, Mr. Chair, under Section 11, the power to contempt, letter E, grounds for contempt is for a resource person refusal to answer any relevant inquiry. Actually, Mr. Chair, Mr. Seles has already violated two provisions of Section 11. The first one, acting in a disrespectful manner, and the second one, which is very more important rather, is his refusal to answer the question in a relevant inquiry. On this note, Mr. Chair, I move to contempt, to cite for contempt Mr. Seles for on these two grounds under Section 11. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second the motion.
The There's a motion,
Your-
duly seconded. Any objections from any member
Mr. Chairman.
of this committee? There being no objections, on a unanimous vote,
Mr.
the
Chairman.
Ka Erick is cited for
Mr.
contempt.
Chairman, may be recognized.
I ask the Sergeant of Arms to please
Mr. Chairman.
take the
Mr. Chair.
Ka Erick.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman.
can we request the Sergeant at Arms to practice his responsibility after the hearing? Because there's still other details that...
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, point of order.
Yes, the point of order, the Honorable.
The motion was for Mr. Seles to be cited in contempt. And I think there's supposed to be a second motion. Yes. No, the motion should be for him to be detained. Where? Because under our law, the contempt of the committee shall be deemed contempt of the House. The person cited in this section may, upon order of the committee, be detained in such place as the chairperson or acting chairperson may designate. In other words, we have to decide where to detain him and for how long, Mr. Chair. That's supposed to be the second motion.
Mr. Chair, I believe with regards to the duration, it will be up to this committee to decide, and of course, to Mr. Seles, kung kailan po niya sasagutin yung tanong natin, and then maybe we could lift the contempt. But as long as hindi pa niya sinasagot yung tanong natin, the contempt will remain.
Mr. Chairman, final statement before niyo po kay Kulong.
Mr. Chair, I move for
Can I have a final
a...
statement, please? Before po ako magpapakulong, I request the committee.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In an earlier motion, Mr. Chair, we have already approved to cite for contempt Mr. Seles. On this note, Mr. Chair, I move to detain him in the premises of Congress as per our rules on Section 11. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the committee may be given 1 minute, please.
In relation to this motion,
Oh.
can I have...
Because this is required
The Honorable
two-thirds for the voto.
The Honorable Paduano is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, ang point of inquiry lang, kasi we are not allowed to have a detention for indefinite period of time. So we have to establish how long. And the lifting of such detention will depend on the members of this committee, of course, with the cooperation of the person in contempt. So we have to establish how long, because we are not allowed to detain indefinite based on so many jurisprudence, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Akop is recognized.
Yes, there's a decision by the Supreme Court that we cannot detain a person indefinitely. And therefore, may I move that we come up with a definite period for detention insofar as Mr. Seles is concerned. For violation of paragraph C of section 11 of the rules.
Nakalagay doon, 10 days na. 10 days. 10 days na nakalagay. 10 days lang.
The Honorable Akop, would you like to make a motion?
May I move that Mr. Seles be detained for being cited in contempt for violation of Section 11 Paragraph C, refusal to answer any relevant inquiry by the members of this committee for a period of 30 days.
Mr. Chairman? Hindi ko pa sila.
He will go on break on December 30 unless he files a motion for reconsideration. We have done this in the different committees already. in
Mr.
the Congress.
Chair,
There's a motion. The Honorable Committee.
the reason why we cited Mr. Seles for contempt is because he does not want to answer
The question.
the question. That is precisely why he violated paragraph C. So why will we give him a timeline? Kung kahit na hindi pala siya sumagot, papalabasin natin si Mr. Seles. The reason why we cited him for contempt, gusto nga natin nasagutin niya yung relevant inquiry natin, nasagutin niya kung sino yung source niya. So I believe that we should not give a timeline, Mr. Chair.
After
Mr. Chairman,
citing
Mr. Chairman.
the jurisprudence, Mr. Chair, I submit to the wisdom of this committee.
Mr. Chairman,
Suspended pa, wala pa.
wala kang contumacious act. Wala kang contumacious act. Pero wala kang nagawa ng contumacious act. Pwede rin.
Ayan nga po, at na-detain na sa Kongreso si Ka Erick Seles doon sa patuloy na pag-refuse to reveal his source from the Senate. Kaya nga po, ang sinasabi dito is 30 days siya mali-detain, pero i-confirm pa yata kung talagang 30 days. Ayan guys, set in contempt po si Ka Erick ng SMNI. Pero sabi niya, tuloy ang laban. Kaya wala man lang pangamba, kahit kunti. Ayan na guys, tumatawa lang po si Ka Erick. baba ng meeting ng Congress before siya dalhin sa jail. At ito nga po, umupo na sila. Chairman ng committee.
Session resumes.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, before I acknowledge the Honorable Pimentel, the due process was given to the witness and he was allowed to speak. And he cited his grounds why, as a matter of fact, we gave him so much airtime that he manifested his refusal to the question of the Honorable Suarez 4 times. And so, that being said, the chair would like to call the Honorable Pimentel to manifest his the motion on the time frame.
Mr. Chair, I would like to amend my previous motion. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move to detain Mr. Seles, for he was cited in contempt until the adoption of the committee report at the plenary session, Mr. Chair. So move.
Okay. So that is also an amendment to the motion of the Honorable Akop early on. There's a motion amending the motion of the Honorable Akop. Any second? Seconded? The chair hearing no objection. The chair adopts and approves the motion of the Honorable Johnny Pimentel. So the Sergeant of Arms is hereby directed to enforce the decision of this committee.
Mr. Chair, can I make a comment, Mr. Chair?
Session suspended. Attorney Tolentino.
Thank you for this Kanga report.
Session suspended.
Thank you for this Kanga report. Thank you for this Kanga report.
Yes.